in the late 1940s and gave them the chance to be able to live a good life and raise a family in safe and prosperous conditions. And I reflect on an almost daily basis about just how lucky I am for Australia providing my family that opportunity. But it grates at me that my family enjoyed an opportunity when others were not. It grates at me that this nation that has afforded literally millions of families boundless opportunity, the traditional owners of this land, for over 60,000 years, have not only just not been afforded opportunity, in many instances they've been actively denied it. That inherent inconsistency amounts to a nationwide injustice. And now is the time to confront the fact that in buildings such as this one, decisions have been made that amount to contributing towards that injustice. But just as I love this country, I also love our state. And the reason for that, of course, is that this state, unlike almost any other in our federation, we have a profound history of advancing the cause of good, making difficult, progressive change to right wrongs, to address injustice, to ensure that it genuinely is about opportunity for all. Auntie Yvonne rightly mentioned the state's leadership in Indigenous affairs. We're of course also one of the biggest reformers globally when it comes to democracy in the form of giving women the right to vote and run for Parliament for the first time anywhere in the world in 1894. And that decision serves as a demonstration that our democracy necessarily must have the ability to change. The institution itself must be open-minded to reflecting the change that is required to advance the cause of good. We should not accept that hundreds of years of tradition in respect to the way this building functions and the decisions in which the decisions that are made in here should not be subjected to change themselves. And that spirit of progress in South Australia is what I think we are seeing coming to the fore now, today. But what reminded me that we are capable of that progress here in South Australia more than anything else was the words that were spoken by our Minister for Indigenous Affairs, the Attorney General of South Australia, Kai Ma, only a few moments ago. I think every single one of us, regardless of our backgrounds, felt enormous pride as Kai spoke great words of truth in this Parliament on this historic day. And we thank you for that contribution, Kai. The Voice, if we're honest about it, as we progress to a referendum later this year, is going to confront some challenges. I can't help but feel that over the course of the last 2 or 3 weeks, we've run into some speed humps when it comes to the progress of the voice of the Parliament at a federal level. But we hold faith. We hold faith. Because the undeniable truth is that through change, through progress, we can do good. We hold faith that as a community, when we make the argument for doing the right thing, Australians generally respond in the right way. And I believe, in my heart of hearts, that what we are doing here in South Australia in providing the first and nation-leading voice to the Parliament, the rest of the eyes of the nation will be on us. And and they will see that this positive change, this genuine step of progress is something that the rest of the country can aspire to achieve themselves. If we do this and do this well over the course of the next 6 weeks, as we see this bill pass through the Parliament, then we will serve as a light for the rest of the nation to follow in the advancement of a national voice to Parliament and recognition of the Constitution federally. So, just has always been the case in the past. It won't be easy. It won't be achieved without some challenges, but it can be done, and it will be done, and this state, just as it has in so many occasions in the past, will serve as a demonstration for the rest of the country that this is a good thing to do. It isn't at anybody's expense, and rather it is actually for all of our mutual benefit. Let's get on this journey over the course of the next 6 weeks in South Australia, and when this bill passes, as I believe it will, then we resolve ourselves to the referendum later this year, South Australia leading the way in the cause of something that is wholly good. Join us on that journey, and let's have a bit of fun along the way and celebrate a South Australia yet again providing a position of leadership for Indigenous affairs in the nation. Thank you very much.
And over to the, as if he hasn't spoken enough today, and he's probably rehearsed it for the last 48 hours. Honourable Minister for Aboriginal Affairs and the Attorney General, Kai Ma, can you